Welcome to Matt on Foil.
For the last couple of sessions, I was able to test the Slide 5.9 70 liters from Takoon. And you know what you get? A board like this from Takoon. You actually get a very nice bag with it. It fits it perfectly. It's got a handle here. You can carry it over your shoulder like that. You can also leave your mast in. If you open your zippers here, then you have access to the mast and you can leave it on and still cover your board. But let's unpack it. Let's see what it's inside. Let's see how it behaves if it's for winging or parawinging. They say it's for sup foiling, which is not for me, but you know, it might be possible as well, but I'm not gonna test that. But I tested it in winging, parawinging, different conditions. I haven't tested it in downwinding conditions because I was here at Lake Silvaplana. So it's gonna be basically flat water foiling with a little bit of pumping. But let's check it out. Let's see what is inside. Let's review the Takoon Slide 5.9 in 70 liters. This is the board, this is the beauty, and it's pretty windy out here, so I need to hold on to it because it's super light. For the weight, it feels pretty light. I couldn't measure the weight out here because, you know, there's no leash attached. There's really no place where I could put on my scale, so I'm gonna measure it later on. It feels light, but is lightness in a board the ultimate thing? I'm gonna talk about it later. Let's see how it looks, how it feels when taxiing, and then how it is when foiling. When you take it out of the bag, there's some things where you see, well, these guys at Takoon, they really thought about the rider. And one thing is so minor, but for me, so important and such a big plus. It's this like a little sticker here. It's just a little plastic here, and you can tape it wherever you want.
Just don't put it here up front, but put it actually back here so it really works.
But I think it's so nice because if you put it with the top first on the rocks or on the concrete, you know, you always get scratches, and this avoids scratches on your board, which is always nice. So this is such a minor thing, but for me, still so important and so cool to see that those guys at Takoon, they thought about something like that. What they didn't think about was this little guy here. Like everyone knows, if you got a leash and you got to attach the leash here, it is a pain. So you want to get out of the water, you want to attach a leash, and it takes forever because you can't get this damn thing inside here. So a little bit of, you know, like a soft shackle, a Dyneema soft shackle, or any kind of cord that holds well, putting in here, that would be such a big thing. Anyway, those were the two things that I noticed when I got it out. You can put in straps if you want. I wrote it strapless. The form factor, it kind of looks similar to any other mid-length board right now. Like it's a little bit of kind of a diamond shape. It's fatter in the middle, smaller at the end. You have a handle here in the middle. The tracks have two entry points, so you can put your mast in and slide it back super easily. There is a little rocker here in the back, and in the front also the nose, a little scoop here. You have in the middle a minimalistic V shape in the front, and it gets flat towards the back. Then the edges are not super sharp, a little rounded. That's how it looks. Also on the top, you have a little bit of concave, but just a little bit. It's inverted a little bit, but those are all just, you know, things that you see. But how does it feel on the water? That's important. And this guy, 70 liters, I'm 73 kilos. And if I add my foil, my wetsuit, and a wing, for example, this is a sinker for me. So I thought, well, when I get up, it's really gonna be in balance. But it was crazy how easy I could balance, I could taxi with this board. The shape is really nice for that. And the padding as well is not too soft, but not too sticky either. It's got that good balance. So as I said, I tested it for winging and parawinging. And for winging, this guy is so easy to get up because it's still got some length to it. And when you touch down, you felt that you touched down, but it was not like a full stop. You could easily re-engage and get back on foil. So to get up on foil, pumping it, and also touchdowns, this guy copes with that super well. Is the board a guy or a girl? Anyway, this board copes with it really well. For parawinging, getting up, sometimes I miss a little bit of volume in the front, but just, you know, maybe that's also my lack of technique. That's just something that I would prefer a little more volume towards the front. Maybe, you know, make it a little bit thicker here. But for winging and parawinging, this board is really cool. So let's talk about the width of the board, because I stand in a pretty big off stance and it helps me turn any foil that I use. And this is actually pretty wide for its size, and that makes it so comfortable and easy to turn, easy to steer, easy to foot switch. The form of this board really suits my riding and my riding skills, or non-skills, whatever. Now let's talk about the weight. I think any brand can make a light board. You just add less layers, right? But you want still a stable board. And so far, it is still in one piece. I haven't fallen on it yet. I've fallen with it a bunch of times, and there's nothing that I would see is a problem. But you know, the lighter the board, the more problematic it can be on impact. So this one is light enough. It's not the lightest board out there, which probably makes it like a little longer lasting. So the price of this board is, I think, around 700 bucks, which is pretty well priced. So Takoon's prices are pretty aggressive, and what you get is actually really good. What surprised me even more is that you get a very nice bag with it, and the attention to detail is really good. Just don't forget to get yourself a leash. Don't forget to put something in there, a little loop where you can attach the leash. And there are just two little things where I thought, well, this could have been better. Look, one is the color, and Takoon is all about this white and orange. And I've used it here at a dock, or close to a dock, a plastic dock, and there were a bunch of marks. Now I can probably clean that off, or maybe, you know, use some sandpaper to clean it off, but just the white is very delicate. And the other thing, the handle, even though it is comfortable to carry, you know, this is so small, the board, I could easily carry the board like that, so I wouldn't need a handle here. And honestly, I'm not the biggest guy out there. So, you know, taking it like this, or if you have the mast on, just putting it over your shoulder, that I think would be the better option. Now, can I recommend this board? Yes, 100%. For its price, its form factor, its weight, its pad, it is really good. I would recommend it for winging and also for parawinging. And I must say, Takoon, with this slide, you really did a great job. And yeah, I'm gonna use it more for winging and parawinging. All right, that's been the review of the Takoon Slide 5.9 70 liters. I used an air inside board once, which was really exciting. Maybe check out this video here. And if you like reviews of wings, parawings, boards, check out the playlist over here. See you guys in the next one. Ropati!